Hey guys, welcome back to Home Tone. Today we're going to be talking about our ice cream maker and some of the common problems with it, as well as how to troubleshoot those problems. Alright, let's get right into it. Number one, starting on our list, will be we go to take our ice cream out and we go to lift out that bucket and it just won't come out. The most common reason that this would happen would be that before we put our ice cream bucket inside the machine, it had a little bit of water or condensation on the outside of that bucket, and sometimes that may actually freeze to it and cause this bucket to freeze to the liner here inside the machine. And the solution to that problem is pretty simple actually. We can just turn the machine off or make sure that it's not cooling anymore. Wait a couple minutes and then we should be able to pull it out after those little droplets have defrosted. Right. Number two on our list, our second problem that you may run into is you've noticed that the blade is no longer spinning. It stopped spinning, right? Well, the first reason that happens is simple. It just means that the machine has sensed that we've reached the desired or programmed firmness on the ice cream. The other reason could be a bit more complicated. That could be due to the motor overheating. So if the motor has been running for a long time, maybe you've made multiple batches in a row, or you've got a lot of ingredients in here that are just very firm, nuts and hard things, as well as a higher water content, so its ice is freezing more. Things that just make the motor work hard. It could in turn heat up a little too much. The machine will recognize that that motor is overheating and it'll stop itself. It'll turn off that motor to allow it to cool off, and this is just to prevent damage. The solution to that problem would simply be to just wait a little while. Just let that motor have a little time to cool down, and then we'll be able to continue as normal. All right. Number three on our list, we go to put our lid on and it just won't go on, right? So basically what happens is the cause for that would be that something below the lid is usually misaligned. We'll start off with our bucket. So sometimes our bucket may be put in at an angle where it sticks up maybe a 1/4 inch higher than it should. So we may need to just rotate that bucket, and it'll go a little further down. For this model, more commonly, it's an issue with the blade though. Sometimes that blade may not be lined up with the post that goes into the bottom of it, that is inside the bottom of the bucket. And so we just need to take that blade and rotate it a little bit, maybe pull it out and rotate it, until we can see that it is seated all the way down and that the lowest part of the blade is touching the bottom of the bucket. And then once we've done that, then that should make enough clearance for this lid to actually go all the way down and lock into place. All right. Moving forward, our last two problems, numbers 4 and 5, are related to each other. They both have to do with the bucket. So, number 4 on our list is our blade is it's rubbing the bucket like a lot. Like you can hear it scratching, especially on like a specific region of the bucket. Or it's banging into it, it's rotating and then clink, clink, things like that. If that's happening, that's usually caused by some kind of damage to the bucket. So we can lift out the bucket and take a look to see if it has like an indent in it, it's been damaged inward. And if so, then maybe we could fix that by hand, but it's pretty solid, so it may be time to replace that bucket. And number 5 is very similar. So in that case, we go to put the bucket inside the machine and it gets about halfway and it's just stuck, So in that case, we can take the bucket out, and again, we can rotate it and look for any damage. In this case, maybe part of it is kind of sticking out or deformed. And in that case, the solution would be, if possible, we could shape it back into shape. But again, it's pretty firm, so we may need to replace that bucket as our possible solution. All right, folks, that was 5 common problems, their causes, as well as likely solutions. If these things do not help you and you've run into other troubles, please don't hesitate to contact our customer service department at cs@hometone.com. Thanks for watching.